Gone are the days where you have to worry about a WordPress database and complex plugins. Like this tool, Webflow, is just completely there for designers and now technical SEOs and everything few and far between. It has become the most scalable CMS out there, and I will go to war for that statement.
I have used WordPress in the past, begrudgingly. It's always been a complete nightmare for me. It doesn't make sense. A lot of the things that a WordPress site depends on are like plugin based. So you're going to be paying more, or if this plugin updates, it's going to screw everything over, right? If Contact Form 7 has an issue, boy, that could sometimes be like a week of troubleshooting. Then comes along Webflow. Webflow did it so beautifully. They basically made what looks and feels like an Adobe project where you can design visually, and then in the back end, you get perfect clean code that you can actually export and use elsewhere. But you don't need to anymore. And it's honestly, we recommend using Webflow's hosting because it is so good. There's no security flaws. It's as scalable as you can scale. And it's not limited to types of businesses because they offer e-commerce, which is powered through Stripe.
We're not talking some Wix or Zoho or Squarespace front-end builder. It is very high-end. It gives a developer everything they need. And listen, we've built WordPress sites that get millions of visitors every single month and are insanely scalable. And yeah, you need 12 devs on the back end to maintain it. You really don't need that with Webflow, and you can build something just as scalable and an intense content management system, as well as even programmatic SEO to build compounded pages of content at scale, and it indexes so quickly. We're publishing something that indexes the same day with low domain authority, and in a WordPress environment, that's almost not possible. So it has come ready to play, and we're insanely bullish on it, coming from a very heavy WordPress background.
There's nothing design-wise that you can't create in Webflow natively, but on top of that, you might have some third-party system that you use to do bookings. Typically, that can be scary on a WordPress site because you might need some specific plugin, and then once you're solidified on WordPress, you're like, I'm never going through that ever again. We're not moving. Well, it's so much easier because Webflow allows you to just embed anything anywhere on the site. On top of that, you can do webhooks. There's an API. There's nothing we haven't been able to do on Webflow, and that's including very high level visual things like WebGL elements that we've added to product pages. So don't be scared of Webflow, just dive right into it.
Every service-based business can use it in some form. And when we're talking price, maybe you see the $30 a month for a CMS package or $60 for an e-commerce plan, but that's including hosting. And no, this is not a Webflow ad. We just love it so much. But when you come to WordPress, sure, it's quote unquote free. You still need your hosting with American Cloud, DigitalOcean, whoever it may be. And then you need to pay for a premium plugin. It's going to rack up. And that stuff's just readily available for Webflow. So we will go to battle and we will fight anyone over it. So who wants to challenge us in a dev off?
It's not just a Webflow versus WordPress, right? They're taking that battle to Shopify. And listen, we love Shopify. Shopify is amazing in so many different ways. But like Dutch said, it can get extremely pricey. We know people who are paying $600 a month to Shopify. Why is that? Why do you have to have $600 worth of functionality through plugins? What is that? Over $6,000 a year, right? You could build a website on Webflow for $5,000. That's going to be a one-time thing, right? Other than just normal maintenance. So super bullish on Webflow. It's not going anywhere. It's only getting better and better and better. Like Dutch said, we'll post our location if you want to debate this physically.